Someone's monthly medication just went up $40. They don't know how much longer they can afford it. Trump signed the reason for that on April 2nd. What if the medication keeping your family member alive just became twice as expensive to import? And your insurance company already knows what happens next. What if you have a 120-day window to protect yourself from this? And most people don't even know the clock is running. And what if the cheapest medications are safe for now, but the executive order already scheduled their review in 12 months? On April 2nd, 2026, the president signed an executive order. That order imposes 100% tariffs on patented prescription drugs from any pharmaceutical company that hasn't entered a pricing deal with his administration. That is not a rumor. It's in the White House fact sheet. Now, here's the part the headlines missed. The tariff is not a flat 100% on every drug from every country. The structure matters. Companies that signed most favored nation pricing deals with the administration, meaning they agreed to charge Americans the same low prices they charge other wealthy countries, pay zero tariff. 13 major drug companies had already signed those deals before April 2nd. Drugs from the European Union, Japan, South Korea, and Switzerland face 15%, not 100%. Because those countries already have trade deals in place with the United States. The full 100% hits companies that have done neither. No pricing deal, no onshoring commitment, and no trade deal protecting them. Those are the ones with maximum exposure. And those tend to be the companies making the highest cost brand name medications that the most vulnerable patients depend on. Plain language version. If a drug company imports its medication or its key ingredients from India, China, or other countries without a trade deal, and many do, importing those drugs now costs double at the border. The company gets a choice: absorb it or pass it through. 100 years of tariff history tells us exactly what they do. They pass it. The same day this was signed, the U.S. stock market had its worst single day since the COVID crash of 2020. Markets don't panic without a reason. They priced in exactly what a 100% pharmaceutical tariff does to healthcare costs across 270 million Americans. The stock market crashed the day this order was signed. That's the financial world doing the math on your future copay in real time. Walk through this chain once and you can't unsee it. The drug company imports from overseas. Tariff hits at the US border. The American company pays it. They adjust pricing to the wholesaler. The wholesaler adjusts to the insurance company. The insurance company restructures premiums, deductibles, and copays at the next annual renewal, usually January. You see it as your monthly premium going up, your deductible going up, your copay at the counter rising. It doesn't arrive labeled as tariff. It just looks like your plan got more expensive again this year. It always looks like that. Some of this takes 6 months to flow through. Some takes 12, but it flows. It always flows. You'll never see a line item that says tariff on your insurance renewal. You'll just see the bill went up. Again, here's the part that matters most to most people. Generic drugs are not included right now. Biosimilars are exempt. Orphan drugs for rare diseases are exempt. Companies that signed pricing deals with the White House are largely exempt. That's all confirmed in the executive order itself. So if you take metformin, lisinopril, atorvastatin, you're not directly affected at this moment. But here's the word that should concern you: yet. The executive order explicitly states that generic drugs will be reassessed within 1 year. 1 year. That's built into the document. The most widely used medications in America. The ones that keep diabetics alive, blood pressure patients stable, cholesterol patients out of the hospital, are scheduled for review. The drugs most exposed right now are brand name patented medications, cancer treatments, advanced biologics, the expensive ones insurance companies already fight you on, the ones requiring prior authorization. Those got hit first. The cheapest drugs are safe for now. The most life-critical medications got hit first. And the cheapest ones are already scheduled for review in 12 months. Medical debt is the leading cause of personal bankruptcy in the United States. Not student loans, not credit cards. Medical debt. When prescription costs rise even $30 or $40 a month, people start making quiet decisions. They stretch the prescription, take every other dose, delay the refill, or charge it to a credit card at 23.7% interest and tell themselves they'll pay it off next month. They don't. Credit card debt is at a record $1.277 trillion. 61% of cardholders who carry a balance have been in continuous debt for at least a year. For someone already on the financial edge, another $40 a month on prescriptions is not a minor inconvenience. It's the thing that tips utilization past 30% and starts dropping the score. Your prescription costs and your credit score are more connected than most people ever realize. Most only figure that out when the damage is already showing up on their report. This is exactly the kind of cost creep that quietly destroys credit scores before people see it coming. By the way, if this is hitting home, hit like and subscribe. I put out content like this several times a week because this stuff moves fast, and you need to know it before the bill arrives. And if you're serious about fixing your credit and getting funded, I wrote Credit Rewrite 800, the 800+ system, and get funded for your business for this exact situation. When external forces are squeezing your finances and you don't see the credit damage until it's already there. How to find errors. How to dispute them with legal language that forces a response. How to add payment history that's already yours but invisible. How to get funded. The link is in the description. Everything is inside. Here's the most important number in this video. 120 days. That's how long large pharmaceutical companies have before the 100% tariff fully kicks in. 180 days for smaller companies. That's confirmed in the executive order. That window is yours too. Here's what to do before it closes this week. Call your doctor or pharmacist and ask one specific question. Are any of my current medications brand name patented drugs manufactured outside the United States without a trade deal protecting them? If yes, ask about generic alternatives or biosimilar options right now, not in 4 months. This week, log into your insurance portal and screenshot your current formulary. When your plan renews in January and copay structures change, you want a documented before picture to compare against and potentially appeal. This month, if your health plan qualifies, max your HSA. The 2026 HSA limit is $4,300 for an individual and $8,550 for a family. Every dollar is pre-tax. If drug costs rise the way this tariff suggests, your HSA is a tax-free buffer between you and what's coming. If you don't have an HSA yet and your plan qualifies, open one today. Not next week. Today, the tariff clock started April 2nd, 120 days. That window is open right now. It won't stay open. The clock started April 2nd. The administration says this tariff will bring drug manufacturing back to America and lower prices long term. The timeline they gave for domestic plants to be built is 4 years. 4 years. That means prices go up before they go down, if they go down at all. You have 120 days to audit your medications, protect your HSA, and review your formulary. That window closes whether you use it or not. I release content like this several times a week. Every time a policy change, tax shift, or economic move affects your wallet, your credit, or your ability to get funded. That's what this channel is. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment right now. 2 things. Is there a specific medication in your household you're already worried about? And what's your current credit score? Because rising drug costs hit credit scores before most people see it coming, and I want to know exactly where you're standing. I read every comment. I reply to as many as I can. Your answer tells me exactly what to cover next. What medication are you watching? And what's your score right now? Drop it below. I'll see you in the comments.